everybody. So today's video is going to be about our curriculum, how we're doing with it. It's been out 3 months since I made a curriculum update video. I'm going to kind of show you guys how we've been doing with it, what we're doing. Also, I'd like to share with you guys how the vibes are going in our current homeschool routine. So we are currently homeschooling in here. 90% sure I'm going to be putting this stuff in the playroom soon. I will vlog that for you guys because I just set this up recently within the last month or so because we needed to be in a room with a door that we could close. My 4-year-old is just too distracting and it's just too much. We needed to, I have ADHD, my oldest has ADHD, it was just too much being out there all the time. So we did some rearranging and it's nice because I have my desk in here and I can reach everything, but I think I'm going to have to probably just keep one of these things in here with the things that I'm going to need when I do lesson planning and prepping and stuff. But this is the kids stuff that they use on a daily basis for school. This is stuff for the whiteboards. This is like a charging area, the printer, all this stuff I can definitely find a place for it out there somewhere. So I'm gonna be doing that soon, but for now we have been in here. Okay, so this is the planner that I've been using consistently. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I will write our read alouds here and our activities here, anything that we're gonna need things for. These are just read alouds, and then as we go I will write in read alouds, projects, any special subjects that we did, I will write them in here. And then in the weekly plan, I will write each kid on the side and I will write what I did individually with each kid. So this is usually the morning work, the math, and the language arts that I do with each of them. Morning work, language arts, math, and then for Mavis, her morning binder, and then language arts, math. And yeah, so this is basically family subjects. We do all our read alouds together. We do all of our projects and hands-on activities together. I will make them age appropriate for my 8, 9, and 4-year-old. This was this last week. I've been doing so well having a routine that on Fridays I will finish up writing in all my post-planning stuff, and then on Sundays, which this Sunday I'm going to fill out week 24 that we're going to start on Monday. I wrote this one, I guess, but it's blank. So I only pre-plan 1 week at a time. I will look at all of the books that I have that I bookmarked already, and I will look at the curriculum, at the teacher's guides and all that, and I'll just kind of pencil in what we're going to do. Anything that we didn't do last week, I will roll it over, forget about it, or just do it on the weekend. Well, let's start with my preschooler. So for my preschooler, we use Torchlight and we use Singapore Math. I also have a preschool journal for her, and I also have a preschool binder. So let me just show you those. So this is the binder we use. I have the calendar here for her learning to do the calendar, and then I also have the weather, her mood, and then now she knows how to write her name, so now she doesn't really need to trace it. She just needs, to see it so that way she can write it, and she practices it a couple of times on here. And then I will give her a choice if she wants to do numbers or letters. She'll kind of do that. Sometimes she won't do either of them, and then we'll move on to something else like doing letter sounds. Like I have the alphabet here. We'll point as we say the alphabet song. Really simple, easy. We do that every morning. So it's kind of like my way of having her do morning work, like my older two do morning work. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know that I've always had the kids do morning work because it's independent, and if we don't do anything else at all, at least they got some reading, they got some handwriting in, and they got some journaling in. So that's what they do for morning work. So this is kind of Mavis's version of morning work. This is her journal that I have been making activities in here for her since the beginning of the year. So she would do these every once in a while. We use goldfish for this one, so she could put the amounts in each little lake, tracing, little painting, like with the water droplets and counting, and just keeping things fun and interesting. So I'm almost done with this book. I'm gonna have to get another book. This was one she did yesterday. She also did this one yesterday. So she's like we're like more than halfway done with this, and I just got one of these journals, one of these like sketch pads from Target, I think, or Walmart, I'm not sure. So Torchlight makes it super easy. I will just grab the parent guide. I'll go to the week that we are in. There is a spread like this, and I already went through every week and highlighted the books that we have. We do not do the lit and poetry. We don't do the math. We don't do like the connection projects that they have, or the seasonal song. We used to do the seasonal song, but Mavis didn't really like it or care for it, so we just kind of stopped doing it. But we do the weekly inquiry, we do the emotional intelligence, we do the art and the science. I'll go to the week and I'll say, okay, well, we have this one. So I'll say, okay, here's Nature's Wonders, page whatever. So here's week 24, marked. And then we also do a whole bunch of feelings, which is this book. So I will take this book and write it in the planner that we are doing page 16. So we already read this. This is this last week. Yeah. That's why I'm like, wait, did we read ahead? No. Okay. So this was this week's I'm so disappointed. It brings up the dialogue with your child of having that feeling of disappointment, and that it's not always anger or sadness. There's a different word for it. So she loves this book. It's like her favorite book still. So a whole bunch of feelings. And then we do Breathe Like a Bear. Breathe Like a Bear. These are all very cute, kid-friendly, calming, focused, driven little breathing exercises. So cute. And again, this is something I already did like just went through each book, like bookmark what week it was going to be for. That way it was easy for me to find everything. And then, but I do still kind of go and like look, because sometimes I get behind, and I just want to make sure that I'm good, like I'm on track. We also do art. We use Art Lab for kids, for little kids. So again, I'll just look at what we're supposed to be doing, what it wants me to do for this week. I'll go in here, bookmark it, done. Okay, and then for science, we do a little bit of dirt and look, I'm a scientist. So these are science and art activities that are nature-based. So there's a ton of different ones here. So again, there's one usually assigned from this book, and there's one assigned from this book. And then sometimes it is not this one, but it is this one. Look, I'm an engineer. So all of these were I bought them separately, but these are all a part of the Torchlight pre-K curriculum. So I want to say, let me see, how many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books. We are definitely getting use out of all of these. For all the spines, so if you look at the Torchlight curriculum, the book list will have it split up between subjects, and then it will tell you what spines, meaning books you're going to be using regularly on a regular basis, not just maybe a handful of times, because they will recommend books that you might not use very often. So you don't want to buy every single book. You also want to check out your library for those books that are going to be used just periodically. So those are all the books that we use for the Level K Curiosity and Character curriculum. And my 3rd and 4th graders also listen to the read alouds. We do the emotional intelligence stuff with my 3rd and 4th graders. We also do the art stuff, the science stuff. We just make it a little bit more age appropriate for them. And to be honest, like my 4-year-old needs help doing a lot of these like art activities and science activities, so it's nice to have my 8 and 9-year-old that also want to do it, and they can do them pretty much all on their own, which is really nice. They can help her, they can do it on their own, so it's not like I'm helping like all 3 of them at the same time. And now for my older 2, they have been doing some science from this science spell book. This is more of my husband. He will collaborate with them, talk with them what they want to do, and he will gather supplies and he will do these with them. So this one has been super fun as well. As far as math goes, Singapore math, we're doing for preschool, for 3rd grade, and for 4th grade, the dimensions math, and we're still going strong with that, still doing really great. I think I'm going to do a evaluation on them so that I can see if we can move on to 3B, because we're still in 3A and it's February, so I feel like we can kind of move on from a lot of things. If you guys use Singapore, you probably know that it's a lot of work, like a lot of stuff, so we don't do everything, but sometimes we do get caught up, like the kids are enjoying like this lesson. I'm like, okay, but you guys get it, like we need to move on. So we're in that stage right now. So we'll see, probably next video I'll update you guys, see if we've moved on to 3B. Just because it's the 2nd semester, I'm not pushing them to be like, okay, it's like 3B, we got to do 3B now because it's the 2nd part of the semester. Like, we're year-round homeschoolers, so we have until July to finish all both sessions, like both semesters. So yeah, we usually finish it right on time. So just because now we're in February, I do want to just see where they're at. So we'll probably do that soon. So not really much to update on Singapore. Still using it, still loving it, still going strong. As far as language arts goes, my 3rd grader is using Foundations by Logic of English, the level D. She's honestly, I mean, I would say flying through it. There's definitely areas where we are going over pretty much the spelling stuff. So aside from that, it's going really well. All the stories, she pretty much flies through all the stories, and all of the activities are pretty simple for her. We are on lesson 148, and there's 160 lessons, so we're getting close to the end. Foundations is very phonics based, and at her 3rd grade level, she does need a little bit of help with the spelling phonics part of it. So that's why I really love this curriculum to use for her. And my oldest has always just been a natural at language, at English, and then it's funny because they kind of swap, and then my 3rd grader is like a natural, like at math. It just comes a little bit more natural for her, so it really depends on what we're talking about, but she's been doing really great with this. I'm projecting that she's going to be done with this pretty soon, before the year's over for sure, so I'm going to be looking on what to get for her after we're done with it. So it comes with this teacher's guide, and then it comes with a workbook, and you can get different bundles to include the books that they're going to read or not. So we do have the books that go with it. So we kind of just follow the curriculum, do as much as we feel we want to do that day. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's a page or two. So yeah, it's been really nice, chill, and it covers a lot. It's very informative, but it's also fun for kids, you know. Something that's not that fun for kids is Grammar Town. We've been using Michael Clay Thompson's Grammar Town for my 4th grader, just because, again, like I said, she's a natural at language and reading and stuff, so I definitely felt like she needed to have something that was a little more challenging, but it's definitely challenging, informative. She's learned a lot. I just feel like it's just very dry and, you know, just a little rough sometimes to get motivated to do this. She's almost done. We're like kind of like the same, like more than halfway done, just like my 3rd grader with her language arts stuff. They're done with these. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do next. I don't know if I'm gonna jump right into Sentence Island or something. Yeah, Sentence Island, because like I said, it's a little bit dry, and I'm gonna talk to her, see if she wants to do something different, maybe adding something with the Grammar Town so that we're not doing the Grammar Town every day. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't decided yet, but we're definitely going to be switching up language arts. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know, please. The kids are also reading their own books right now. My oldest is reading October Witches. My youngest is reading Judy Moody. So they definitely have different book genre tastes as well. They're both doing cursive workbooks for morning work at their choice. That's what they wanted to do. And then they have morning gratitude journals that they journal in, and then in the evening I bought them separate evening journals because they requested separate nighttime journals that they could write in, just because sometimes the journal would ask them how their day was, but it was like morning, so they needed 2 separate journals this time around. So that's what they do for that. So they do get in a lot of writing, a lot of reflecting and stuff like that. So we do that every day. Okay, I wanted to add this clip. I already edited the whole video and I just realized that I forgot to talk about Spanish. So we have been using the complete Spanish workbook. We love it. It is really cool. It goes from alphabet all the way. We're almost done with it, to be honest. We just finished doing the before and afters. These are just kind of review pages, vocabulary. We just did the around the world page. So this is a really cool, fun book. Lots of different ways to learn the words and the language. I wouldn't say this is a super beginner. This is more, I would definitely say if you are already a bilingual family, this would be a great choice for you. And we do Spanish right after we finish our morning stuff. We'll do Spanish. Spanish is something we do every school day. And then whatever extra family subjects we're doing for that day, whether it's art or science, will come after Spanish. I can't believe I forgot to mention that. This is also in my Amazon storefront, along with any other workbooks and the journals, all that stuff. I've gotten them all on Amazon and I have them linked for you guys. Some extra things that we've been doing, just read alouds for Black History Month. So anytime it's a month of something, whatever holidays are coming around, we will typically go towards read alouds or activities, and pretty much on the fly we'll put something together. But this is all the formal stuff that we're doing. As far as our routine goes, my 4-year-old will get school done first while my older 2 are doing morning work. So before, my older 2 would wake up and kind of do morning work whenever they felt like it, even before we started school, and that was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. But now that we're throwing in my 4-year-old into the mix every day, 4 days a week, I told them to hold off, to just enjoy the morning, chill out, and I will usually get up, work out, make them breakfast, get ready for the day, and then get the schoolroom ready, and then we'll start school. But because we have Mavis now, I want all of us to kind of start school together. So while they do morning work, I will sit down and work with Mavis. I'll do her morning binder, the one that I showed you guys earlier. We'll do the morning binder first, and then after that we will do family subjects. So that's when we'll do our read alouds. We'll do whatever project, art project, science project we're gonna do, get those done first. Then we will do independent work with my older 2, which we will tag team. Have one in here doing math, the other one will go out, they'll go watch TV, go play with Mavis, and then we will swap and get it done that way. Sometimes it drags into lunch. We have to just take a break for lunch. I will put Mavis down for a nap, and then I'll come back, and then my older 2 and I will do math and language arts at that time. But that's usually how it kind of goes. Morning work, family subjects, and then independent work. I feel like it's working out really well. It's honestly just all on me to make sure I get up early enough, because I like to just make sure that I can get myself together and ready. And usually Ramses here in the morning, he can make breakfast, or my mom gets here to help me some days of the week. So it's been a nice routine that we've had, and I'd rather get everything done by lunchtime, before lunchtime, and then just have the rest of the day for everyone to just have free time, for me to be able to make videos, for me to be able to work on things. So it's been really nice being able to stick to this schedule now, because to be honest, like when we first started and I was trying to incorporate Mavis into it, I think because I wasn't doing it consistently, it was hard. but now that we're doing it consistently, she knows what to expect. You know, I've been kind of giving her little pep talks like, hey, like, we're gonna do school, because sometimes she'd be like, no, I don't want to do school, and you know, I'd have to kind of tell her like, okay, that's fine, we don't have to do school today, but tomorrow we have to do school. You know, just because you want to watch TV or play doesn't mean that that's a good reason. So I kind of just like, you know, talk to her and tell her like, you know, when your sisters do school, you have to do school now. You know, you're getting older, you want to learn how to read, you want to learn how to, you know, do math. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, that's what you have to do. You have to come and we have to listen. And my mom encourages her to as well. She'll tell her like to call me teacher, and she does like to play pretend sometimes, so however I can get her in here, like, it's a win. But now that she's had the consistency and the routine, she really enjoys it as well. Also taking brain breaks, doing the wiggle dance, the Go Danny Go YouTube channel is like saves my life. Like, she loves those videos. My older two love those videos, so it's really fun to kind of, you know, make sure we get things done, but also have fun along the way. So also, if you guys are interested in any of the preschool books that I'm using for Mavis, they are in my Amazon storefront. Yeah, that's everything I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video.